Tape two. Okay. I seen something that kind of, what's the word? Threw me off. There's a reason I haven't been uploading. I will get to it in like another video, but I can't edit my videos right now currently. So again, there's stuff I have to do first, and it's a whole lot of issues I've ran into. So that's the reason I haven't been uploading. But I just want to take this time to address some situations. So when I say this, I'm coming from a fan perspective, a perspective of just, being 100% blunt and real. It's the type of person I've always been. About the Corey situation, I remember when it first came out, a lot of people was making stuff about it, a whole bunch of doing it for clout and, whatever. I always thought about giving my viewpoint on it, but again, I didn't want to make it seem like, it was for clout or I'm trying to do it for like fame or whatnot. I ain't never been that type of person. So I low-key thought about it. I discussed it with my siblings, but I never took it like out there. But just seeing a video with Mav Attack and Corey's ex supposedly girlfriend, and I just want to say this. Get a job. Genuinely. Get employed. Find something to do. Watching, to be honest, I'm always been a fair dude. I tried to finish the full video before I made this video. Cause, try to understand people's perspective and other things. Cause again, these are people that know him from a personal level. I'm just speaking from a fan perspective. Cause, I like Corey. I watch his videos. I think he's cool. Again, this is people from, a fan perspective and, we're not sorry for the noise. Again, I can't edit this, so y'all just want to listen to it. But I'm just coming from that perspective. And watching the video, I got to like all the way up until her part, and then she started talking, and then I just cut it off. And just had to talk about it because it just... Okay, first thing I want to address is the narrative that Corey is a bad person. Listen, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he, everything that he projects himself to be. I'm not saying everything they said has been fake or whatever, because again, I don't know Corey. I just know I love his content. I don't know him. So I can get where they coming from a perspective. But then at the same time, I'm like, why is this still going? Why? The thing with him and his ex-girlfriend happened, I think maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm not entirely sure again, but maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. It's been a minute. So it's been a long time. Something, I had a discussion with my friends about it when it first came out too, getting a lot of viewpoints. First thing I want to say is about her situation alone. We're gonna leave Mav Attack it to something later. Her situation alone. Why you ain't saying nothing? Now, I had a friend who, a female friend who was explaining to me why maybe females feel neglected when they do speak out, or when it's issues and problems, and I understood that, but it still didn't make sense for me. I've been in situations, I'm not gonna lie, that's been similar to, SAs and whatnot and blah, blah. I ain't gonna get too deep into it. But I've spoke out and said something immediately and had something done. You get what I'm saying? So I never really understood the whole perspective of staying silent. And at the time before it was denied or whatever, she was saying that he SA'd her or blah 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 blah. My thing is, why did you wait 8 years? That's the first thing. Seem like you holding on, like from you have to understand it from a perspective of people viewing it. That it seems like you're holding on to something that doesn't need to be held on to. And I think she said something about she was on somebody's TikTok live, I remember, and said that he didn't SA her. He was just a bad boyfriend, manipulative, and blah 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 and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, okay, okay. I'm not saying he's perfect. I knew from the moment I saw him he wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect. Shoot, I've been doing wild stuff when I was younger, maybe like middle school years, that if I reflect on it now, if like I talk to myself in the past, I know I wouldn't would have did it. Like, like if you saw yourself from the past and see, you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to go too deep into it. But we all done stuff we haven't agreed with. I'm not saying that, I'm justifying it or it's right or wrong or whatever. I'm just saying that people make mistakes. People do stuff. People learn. What also people need to do is move on. Mavatak, bro, y'all relationship's been dead for years. And there's something you chose to speak out on, try to collaborate with her, and seem like y'all know y'all trying to speak out collectively and whatever. To be honest, it does seem like y'all couch chasing. To be honest, it really does. Because at the same time, I'm trying to figure out, if this stuff was debunked, stuff was said, all this blah blah blah, y'all still pursuing it, y'all still doing it, and y'all still saying something about it. To be honest, it make it seem like y'all desperate for some attention. And that's not it. When I'm addressing Mavatak, I just want to say, bro, you got other stuff to do. The whole thing with Corey stealing your way of content or something, I could say that wrong. That's my fault if I did, but basically he was, oh my god, they loud. Anyway, so basically, I'm so mad I can't edit this. This would be perfect. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, to make a long story short, because this video is getting long, it is stupid to keep holding on to stuff from the past instead of growing and learning for the future. I understand a lot of people's viewpoint of trying to make him take accountability, but where was this trying to take accountability at 8 years ago when it happened? That would have been the perfect time. Because, again, y'all have to think about it from a different perspective. Y'all waited 8 years to come out with something like this and can't say, and trying to view it as trying not to get him canceled or debunked. He has 22.7 million subscribers as of right now. Back in that time frame, I think he had maybe 3 million, 2 million. Again, y'all have to think about it from a perspective of us looking in and make it seem like y'all chasing clout. Again, I'm not saying this dude is the most holy person to walk this earth. I'm not saying like I live with him. I don't know this guy. We don't, on a personal level. But what I do know based off what I have seen from him and whatnot, he doesn't portray to seem like that type of guy. But then again, I've been fooled by appearances before. So, regardless, I feel like this whole thing is just stupid. And y'all need to find something else to do. Genuinely. It's kind of sad that we have grown people doing stuff like this, and it's just, come on. Like, y'all need to have more a little more thinking in y'all head. And low key, it feel weird. Like y'all reading the script. Like y'all playing this together. Like it sound weird. Like sound weird, doesn't it? Like, bro, what? If I like when I talk, I don't prepare a script for my when I'm making videos. I just get a topic in my head and then I, speak about it. And to be honest with you, it's crazy how just stuff like this is happening. But what I can say is that this needs to stop. The whole situation with Corey, I feel like personally it's just y'all just bored and looking for something to do. And to be honest, it's a little iffy. Like y'all grown than me. I'm 17, bro. And it seemed like I got more logical thinking than y'all. And that's bad. So to be honest with you, I just need y'all to like think about certain things before y'all speak. And then for females in the future or anybody that sees this video, what I would prefer and love if y'all did is when stuff like this, again, I'm not debunking her saying it's not true. I'm just saying from a perspective of where I'm coming from, it looks like you chasing clout or you doing it for attention. Females, dudes, anybody, anything in between, a lizard, I don't care. I don't care what your pronouns is or whatever. When something bad happens to you, like SA, or abuse, mental abuse, or anything like that, I would prefer if you speak about it immediately. Let someone know immediately so something can be done. So, it doesn't seem like you trying to do certain things for attention from a viewpoint of people just looking in. Because I know if I just said, let's say I was quiet and the girl who did that thing to me, I stayed silent about, and she got famous and whatnot and blah, 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 and I chose that moment to come out, that would look bad on me. Simply for the fact that, first off, a lot of people, I'm not saying most, but like a lot of people believe that males can't be SA'd because we're dudes. They can't think we, can be, what's the word? Victims. They believe we can't be victims because, again, it usually happens to females, and when it happens to a dude, it's just like they have the thought process of how you're a guy. You get what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of portray that guys are not supposed to show emotions or always supposed to be tough all the time. So that's a whole nother conversation though. But that would look bad on me if I wait to that moment for that lady to be like that, and then I chose that moment to speak out. It's not right. I should have said something earlier, which I did. So my encouragement to anybody that's been through that, have that, or is currently happening, whether it be abuse, mental abuse, SA, or anything like that, I will encourage y'all to speak out. Because if y'all can do that, then y'all be able to get something done about it on the spot. Now, what I've did heard from the TikTok live, I'm not sure if I said this already. If I did, just skip to the end of the video. That she said he didn't SA her. Like, that never happened. And the whole video of him supposedly admitting to it, let's be for real, he saw the camera. Like, why would anybody in their right mind just be like, yeah, I did it, and just look at the camera and be like, yeah, it was me. Like, come on now. Like, it just make no sense. But what I will say is that, again, I'm not saying he's a perfect guy. Y'all saying that he's a terrible boyfriend, terrible friend, terrible this. And to be honest with you, that seems like, you know, I don't want to sound this sounds insensitive, but sounds like a personal problem. I personally, I'm not friends with him. I don't know him like that. So I can't be like, yeah, he's a terrible person. He needs to be canceled or blah, blah, blah. Like okay, like I don't know what y'all, but what basically what I'm saying is it's sad to see stuff like this still going on and whatnot. Again, he could be a terrible person. All I care. I know dudes who out here who did worse, who've done worse. Compared to what I know from like dudes and if we talking about crappy boyfriends, bro, some of my homeboys are villains. I'm gonna keep it real. They're villains. And I'm not talking about my homeboys in high school. I'm talking about my homeboys from 8th grade that I'm still cool with now. They're villains. Yeah. It's like compared to what you saying that Corey did, it's I've heard worse. I like I don't know what else to tell you. But let's normalize speaking out when it happens instead of waiting so long for to speak out about it. I think that's pretty much it. Again, sorry for this long video. Again, it's just something that bothered me that I need to speak about because I honestly want y'all view on it. Please let me how y'all know how y'all think. I love debates. But it's just, to be honest, it seems like cloud chasing. It just seemed like cloud chasing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. And I'm gonna make I'm probably gonna hit y'all with a double upload, but I'm gonna wait. But I gotta explain why I haven't been recording, and I'm gonna explain what I'm gonna do for my gaming content soon. So stay tuned and love y'all. Make sure y'all eat healthy. Make sure y'all stay healthy, and I'll be there on my parents. It's probably a bug in the house. All right, I'm gonna get y'all later.